That's Deep Blue Something. Breakfast at Tiffany's on B100, today's hit music.
And Jeremy Reid popping into the studio this morning for a little Reality of Realty. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're doing great.
Feels like it's been forever since I've been in here.
I know. How's your summer been?
Really good. Rich got a lot better looking.
I know, right? It's weird what happens when you're gone.
See?
Rich will be back. Don't worry. Okay, so we are going to talk this time about private stock.
Yes.
What is it?
I know. It's. I know. What is it?
What is it?
It's the reason I was waffling on what to talk about, but this one's starting to become more popular.
Okay.
Especially because everyone knows the market's hot. It's been doing really well. And I think rather than going to the debate, going on to MLS obviously and listing the property, that's always your best bet. Homes are going to sell for two reasons: price and exposure. You can overexpose an overpriced home, it's not going to sell. You can price a home and not expose it properly, it's not going to sell. So those are the two main things, but there's a stepping stone that is becoming more and more popular now. It's something we've run for years, but for some reason now it's starting to catch on a little bit more. So it's called private stock. And the idea is most people want to move, but they know it's intimidating. The sign goes up, you put it on MLS, everyone knows you're for sale. You have this barrage of buyers coming through. It's intimidating. Private stock has always been the stepping stone to, I would sell, I want to move on in some capacity, but I don't want to take that full step to MLS. But if you had a good buyer that was coming through that was willing to buy, I would sell. And it's like I say, where it was really popular a couple years back was we'd have people that would come on and say, yeah, I want representation, bring me a buyer. If it's good, I'll sell. If not, it's not a big deal. Then we started getting a lot of people that were selling for sale by owner and just wanted that extra exposure. They would contact me and the team, put it up on our private stock. They would get some extra exposure that way. There's a couple questions that I think would be good to dive in if you're in that scenario where maybe this would be a fit. One of the things is, do you get full representation if you go into private stock? And there's two tiers to it. So the answer is yes if you go into one tier, which means I can have full representation. It's like a normal listing agreement. It's just exclusive. It stays in the background. We pre-qualify the buyers before they come through. Other buyers will have their own agent. Everything goes as normal. We just have to be very specific on the price.
Okay.
The second one is you can actually introduce it if you're willing to represent yourself, or if you have a lawyer or someone else that's going to represent you. You can just register your home in the private stock. You get the exposure to all our buyers and any other buyers that I can bring forward. And when it comes time to sell the home, you represent yourself. We represent that side. And it saves you about half the commission. And what we found, the reason for people that were selling for sale by owner was a big deal is you're saving commission. But most of the for sale by owners we work with are saying, well, we'll pay half the commission if you can bring us a buyer and it nets us the most amount.
Okay.
Or the right amount, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, basically what I'm getting to is we're going to relaunch this in a different way this time, make it a little bit easier, a little bit simpler to register. So if you go to 6weeksold.ca/private stock, you can actually register your home in there. You can pick which tier of the program you want. There's going to be a video of me in there that'll actually explain a little bit more in depth rather than taking 20 minutes to go over it now.
Because there's some little behind the scenes things.
Yeah, but really I guess the sum of it is if it's summertime and you're like, you know what, if I got the right offer, I would sell. Don't want to go to MLS, this might be the right program. Or if you're selling for sale by owner and you're feeling that summer lull a little bit and you just want to get a little boost, then reach out and we got something for you too.
Okay.
6weeksold.ca/private stock.
Okay, now I know what private stock is. This is so cool.
So do we get to talk about samurai swords now?
You're so funny. Thanks for coming in, Jeremy.
Okay, thanks guys.